All right, black and white this time for when you're feeling blue and flat. So, how do you build your self confidence? Yeah, little tips and tricks that I've learnt over the years. One of my biggest ones is the just watch me. But otherwise, little ideas and everything to boost your self confidence. Okay. Main thing is, I guess, is that you need to learn to love yourself. All right. There's a lot of people out there that will say negative things about you and all that. And basically, you need to have this attitude within your mindset of whatever. When you get older, I'm 54 years old now. When you get older, you really do get to a point in life where you don't give a shit what anyone thinks. So you're so confident within yourself that you really don't care. I think the main things to remember is that when you're younger, like for instance, I've got two teenagers, when you're younger, you really want to be accepted and really want to be loved and all of that by society and friends and family and such. The trick to it really is that you've got to remember that you already are. You already are accepted because you're simply alive, like you're here. So the biggest, takeaways is that if you can have that internal love for yourself within, yeah, so that confidence to know that yes, I am a human being. Yes, I do make mistakes. So does everyone. And it's okay. It's okay to make mistakes and then to come out the other side feeling more confident and such. So self-confidence, things that I tell my kids have never been bullied at school. And the reason why maybe is that they do have this self-confidence. So, we talk about it at home and such that when kids bully you at school and such is that they're basically not confident within themselves. So it's a reflection of them, okay? So anything that happens in your life when you're meeting people and such, it's a reflection of that other person that's one mirroring back to you, but it's a reflection of themselves, all right? So when they're out there and they're criticizing you or, they're putting you down or things like that, they're basically unhappy within themselves with that aspect of themselves and they're like putting that onto you, yeah? So with my kids, as I say, like whenever they, have an experience like that or whatever, which is extremely rare, they basically just ignore it. So with bullies, if you give them any type of reaction, they will feed off that and they'll continue to do it. If you just have this confidence within yourself and you're like, whatever, and then you move away, like you just move away, that will be your strongest, powerful thing that you can do is just to move away from the situation. So, you can have things that you could say, someone gives you a negative remark or whatever, like for instance, I've done this with my family at times where it's like, okay, well, you do you and I'll do me. So what works for me is what I'm going to do for me. So, trust your intuition. That's the other thing is trust your gut, your heart and what it is guiding you to do and to say. Always listen to it because it does know the right path for you. But self-confidence, like what else could you do? Like, go and buy yourself a special outfit to wear. Go and change your hairstyle, something like that. Put some makeup on, do your nails, things to raise your confidence levels. The other thing with confidence as well is obviously fears. You've got to be able to push through fears. For instance, I'm brand new here with YouTube, and there's times where I've been nervous and a bit scared and all that, but I just push through it. So, I might come across on the video as no good, like what is she doing, all that sort of thing. But again, I don't care what people think. And I just put myself out there and just show up. So, yeah, that's basically it. To improve your self-confidence, like stand up straighter. That will boost your confidence. Smile more. That will boost your confidence. Eat a good diet, move your body. Things like that will boost your confidence. As other things that I say to my kids, it's a reflection on the other person. If you have that inner confidence yourself, people don't even really bully you at all, because you know who you are inside. You're happy with who you are inside. And just confident. So I guess, like one thing, a little side note for me, I used to go for job interviews, obviously, and I would always go into a job interview with detachment. You go to the interview, I get it, I don't, I do, great, whatever. So if you've got that sort of quiet confidence, like, it tends to work in your favor. So that's just another little example. So other things that could be really good, start up a hobby that, if you want to include whatever to bring you confidence, drawing, make vision boards of dreams and things that you want in the future. Start a sport, do weightlifting. I love weightlifting. Go for swim, go for walks outside in nature, things like that. Take the dog for a walk. So they're little things, yeah? So just little tips and tricks of what you can do to get more confident. So anyway, if you want to get more information or such, I'm happy to expand. I did use this black and white video to just show you that, like, you can feel flat, you can feel blah, all that sort of thing, because you don't have the confidence. And yet when you look at the thumbnail of this video, it's yellow, it's bright and cheery. So, this video might, make you feel flat. If it does, I apologize for that. But its intention is to show you both sides of the coin. Okay, so, you can feel blue and not very confident and all that sort of stuff, but then yet, like, you can just change your behavior, change your inner world, and then the confidence will just come through. You can probably even see it with me. Like, when you're doing this, you don't seem confident at all, but yet when you're like this, you just change your demeanor and all that sort of thing. You just come across as more confident. So it's body language. There's so many different things that you can do to increase your confidence. Yeah. Obviously, a lot of it is mindset. So it's just, you could write things on a mirror in your bathroom. Write yourself little notes, little love notes. Like, I've got a drawer here. This is my desk, obviously, and I've got a little drawer, and you can just write notes, like little love notes to yourself. You can do this. You are beautiful. You are loved. You are worthy. The ego will always be telling you otherwise, but that's just the ego. It's not the truth. So, anyway, another little video. My videos will improve as time goes on, and you know what? I'm just throwing myself out there and giving it a go and showing up and showing my complete vulnerability, showing my complete authenticity, and my confidence. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. That's okay. I guess another thing, just quickly, for confidence is, how we're always taught to apologize to people and all that. Have you ever apologized to yourself? Have you ever forgiven yourself for the past versions of yourself? Give that a go as well. Saying sorry, forgiving yourself, that also raises your confidence.